Today I'm going to show you basic assembly of the Zeadio metal tripod video rig. It's a $23.99 smartphone and action camera, small camera stabilizer on Amazon, and this is it. As you can see, it's got places for accessories like a mic and a light, or two lights, whatever you choose. It says tripod video rig, however there is no tripod. It is for attaching to a tripod. The underside of this knob is where you would thread a tripod into. So the first thing to remember when you get started is that these guys, the handles, have a female side and a male side, and they will both be utilized. This is going to be the bottom of the bracket because your phone attachment is going to go right onto it. Let's get these guys out of the way real quick. This isn't going to be a video about setting it up for an action cam because I don't have one, and that's what these are for. So let's get these guys out of the way. Your threaded portion will go all the way at the very end, right here. Do you see how this is a little bit bigger than what this track is there? That's so these guys can't get threaded out of there. If you want to take these out, slide them all the way down, put a little pressure here. I would back thread it a little bit to make sure the threads are lined up because sometimes it'll get crooked, and then pull it out that way. But that's not what we're doing right now. What we're going to do is put these handles in right in the same spot. Now, as you get them threaded in there, you'll notice this guy may fit right. See, cross thread in there a little bit here. Back it up, get those threads to click into place. Alright, there we go. Anyway, these handles aren't necessarily going to face forward. That's alright. This can be a little loose, or you can do this one halfway and this one halfway. That's what I'd suggest because it does put a little gap there. Okay, the reason why it doesn't matter if these are loose a little bit is because the bottom portion will now go into the female threaded slot of these handles. And once you get everything threaded in there and these are tight, the handles aren't going to really move. So I'm going to loosen this up a little bit. Get these handles straight. Tighten it up. Alright, they're nice and solid. They're not wiggling around or moving. And this is pretty solid too. These threads seem pretty good, considering. Now, these cold shoes, these are different on both sides. This is going to be the front. This is the rear. This is where you're going to slide your accessory in. You're going to slide it in from this direction. So this side will be toward the back of your rig. We're just going to thread those guys right on there. You can slide them wherever you want. If you didn't want to attach these directly, you could even put a little ball joint tripod head there. Brain farted that term there for a second. Alright, so this portion of your rig is together. Now this is what's going to hold your phone. This will handle a device that's about 4 inches wide. I can work this stupid caliper. Now it says 4 1/4, but this is way back in the base of the jaws there. You see how this kind of angles, so you may be able to get a little bit of extra room out of it if you've got a nice thin device that's not in a case. But for the most part, you're looking at just a hair over 4 inches there. Your device, unlike other mounts like this is not spring loaded. So you just thread it on down. And there's no stopper, so if you're threading this out, this whole thing can come off, which is not a big deal. There are no springs or anything that are going to come out, so don't worry about that too much, but it can come all the way apart. And you thread this right into the bottom here. And there you go. I would actually flip this around. Alrighty. It's nice and solid. Gives you good control, good motion. If you're doing video, you could shoot photo with this too if you were putting lights up here. I personally, if I were doing video, would put a light on one side, a microphone on the other, just like the listing shows. Alright. There it is.